Hi, this is Dr. Jurgelewicz, chiropractic physician and functional medicine doctor. What is the most important asset in your life? Most people will say it's their health. And what are you basing that upon? Is it how you look? Is it how you feel? I'm going to tell you about my story. Back in 2001, I just graduated college. I moved to the city. A few weeks go by. I started to develop this chronic cough. I just seemed like I couldn't kick it. I just figured it would go away on its own. At the same time, I was waking up and I'd wake up with hives at certain points in my body. And I just figured this would go away. A month or so later, I make an appointment with my primary care doc, and he refers me to University of Pennsylvania's asthma center. It's at that time I'm diagnosed with what is an incurable condition called asthma. I never before had asthma symptoms in my life, and I never had these hives before. At that point I was asking myself, why do I have these symptoms in the first place? But they were telling me that I have asthma, I need to be on this medication. During this time, they put me on Flovent, Advair, Allegra, a few other medications, Qvar. I was on up to 8 medications at this time, and nothing was really helping. Just around the same time, I was lifting heavy in the gym and I injured my left upper back. One of the gym members told me to go see a chiropractor. I didn't know what it was, but based upon the recommendation, I went to the chiropractor's office. My pain was so severe and stabbing that the only way I could even get relief was by lying down on my back. What I learned from the chiropractor's office was that the brain and the spinal cord, which is our nervous system, controls every single cell in our body. And if we don't have optimal function of that system, we're not going to have optimal health. When I went in for my evaluation, my pelvis was out of alignment, my neck wasn't straight, and I had several ribs out of place. Here I'm deadlifting on this, doing heavy rows, lifting heavy, and never really looked at this system before. The brain controls every cell in the body. That's the system that needed to be addressed. I started getting adjustments. A few weeks later, my back pain was going away. And at the same time, my asthma symptoms were going away. I no longer needed these medications for this disease that I told that was incurable. It's at this time I decided to become a chiropractor. I wanted to identify the cause and not treat the symptoms. I could have went on years and listened to the traditional doctors telling me I needed this medication the rest of my life. But it was one man that decided to sit down and educate me that the nervous system controls everything. And now 12 years later, I work with him. A few years later, I got involved in functional medicine. I stumbled upon this investigating my own symptoms. I've had issues with autoimmune thyroid problems. And as a result of functional medicine and nutrition, dietary changes, I healed myself in the process. And I want to share this with all my patients.